Watching a garden flourish is deeply satisfying. There's a special kind of joy in seeing green shoots push through the soil, leaves unfurling, and flowers turning into fruits and vegetables. It's a living testament to your care and patience, and every new harvest feels like a small miracle. We plant, we tend, and we harvest baskets of fresh, beautiful produce. The colors and scents are intoxicating, and it's easy to feel proud of what you've grown with your own hands. Sharing a meal made from your garden's bounty is one of life's simple pleasures. But here's the hard truth. Most of what we grow, lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, won't sustain us for long. These crops are high in water and low in calories, and while they're delicious, they don't provide lasting nourishment or energy if you had to rely on them alone. These watery vegetables are delicious but highly perishable. Their shelf life is short, and they're best enjoyed fresh, straight from the garden or soon after harvest. A tomato spoils in days, lettuce wilts in hours. If you don't eat them quickly, all your hard work can end up in the compost bin instead of on your plate. Even with canning or freezing, we rely on electricity and modern infrastructure. If the power goes out, or if you run out of canning supplies, your preserved harvest is suddenly at risk. Our modern methods are convenient, but they're not foolproof. This is the gardener's illusion. A full basket today doesn't mean food security tomorrow. The abundance you see now can vanish quickly if you're not prepared for the realities of storage and preservation. Our gardens often mirror the grocery store, abundant but fragile. We're used to seeing plenty, but that plenty is fleeting if we don't plan for the future. We grow for immediate pleasure, not for long-term resilience. Most gardens are designed for taste and beauty, not for survival or sustenance over the long haul. If the power goes out or supply chains break, our harvest quickly becomes a race against spoilage. Without reliable storage, even the most productive garden can leave you hungry in a crisis. True food security means growing crops that last, foods that can see us through lean times. Root vegetables, beans, grains, and winter squash can be stored for months without refrigeration, providing real sustenance when fresh produce is long gone. It's time to look beyond summer salads and start thinking about what will actually feed us when it matters. Consider adding calorie-dense, storable crops to your garden plan and learn traditional preservation methods that don't rely on electricity. A resilient garden isn't just beautiful, it's practical, reliable, and built for the future. It's a source of real security, not just a seasonal treat. The real question: are you growing for today or for tomorrow? Are you planting for beauty and flavor or for true self-reliance and peace of mind? Let's rethink what it means to have a truly abundant garden. By planning for both immediate enjoyment and long-term survival, you can create a garden that not only looks good, but truly feeds you, no matter what the future holds. The Amish don't garden for fun, they garden for survival. For them, growing food is not a hobby or a trend, but a way of life passed down through generations. Their gardens are not just beautiful, they are essential, providing the foundation for their family's well-being and independence. Their secret? Focus on crops that store well and resist decay naturally. Root vegetables, squash, and grains are chosen not just for taste, but for their ability to last through long winters and uncertain times. Unlike freeze-dried meals or processed foods, their pantry is filled with real whole foods grown and preserved with simple tools. Every jar and basket represents months of careful planning, hard work, and respect for the land. The key is choosing low-moisture, calorie-dense crops, beans, corn, wheat, that last for years without electricity. These foods are the backbone of their diet, providing energy and nutrition even when fresh produce is scarce. By working with nature, not against it, they create a food system that's resilient and independent. Their methods are simple, but they're rooted in deep knowledge of the land and the seasons. Dry beans, corn, and wheat are nature's own storage miracles, tiny packages of energy that wait patiently for when you need them. These humble staples can be stored for years, ready to nourish families through any hardship. This isn't about hoarding mystery meals. It's about building a living pantry from your own soil. Every shelf tells a story of self-reliance, of food grown, harvested, and preserved by hand. The tools are simple: sun, air, time, and a cool, dark place. No high-tech gadgets, just patience and the wisdom to let nature do its work. True food security is about knowledge, tradition, and crops that endure. It's about passing down skills from one generation to the next, ensuring that everyone knows how to grow, store, and prepare real food. It's a system as reliable as the seasons. Year after year, the cycle continues, planting, harvesting, preserving, and sharing. That's the essence of real resilience, a pantry and a way of life that can weather any storm, built on the wisdom of the past and the promise of the land. For lasting food security, start with dent corn and dry beans, two crops that have sustained families for centuries, offering both nutrition and peace of mind. Dent corn, unlike sweet corn, is grown to dry right on the stalk. As it matures, its sugars convert into dense, starchy kernels that can be stored for years without spoiling. Plant your corn in blocks rather than rows to ensure good pollination. Allow the ears to dry fully on the plant, then harvest and cure them in a dry, well-ventilated space to prevent mold. When stored properly in airtight containers or sacks, dent corn can last for decades, making it a true staple for long-term food storage. Dry beans are just as simple and just as essential. They're easy to grow, harvest, and store, and they come in a rainbow of varieties. Choose classic varieties like Kentucky Wonder or heirlooms such as Cherokee Trail of Tears for their rich history and reliable yields. Let the pods dry completely on the vine, soaking up the sun until they're crisp and ready to harvest. When you hear the pods rattle, it's time to pick them. If needed, dry them further in the sun or indoors to ensure they're fully cured. Shell the beans and store them in airtight containers, keeping them safe from moisture and pests for months or even years. These crops are more than just food. They're seeds packed with protein, fiber, and calories, providing balanced nutrition for your family. No refrigeration, no fancy equipment, just patience, a dry spot, and a little bit of know-how are all you need. Together, dent corn and dry beans form the backbone of a resilient pantry, ready to feed you through any season. They're not just vegetables, they're survival food, reliable, versatile, and deeply nourishing. Grow them, store them, and you'll always have something wholesome and filling on hand, no matter what comes your way. This is how you turn a simple garden into a true food reserve, building security from the ground up. It's a method that's simple, reliable, and proven by generations, passed down from those who knew the value of self-reliance. Start with these humble seeds, and you're already ahead, growing not just food, but a legacy of resilience. Growing wheat isn't just for farmers. You can do it in your backyard. Hard winter wheat is ideal. Plant in autumn, let it overwinter, and harvest golden heads in summer. Prepare a rough bed, scatter seeds, rake them in, and let nature do the rest. As spring arrives, wheat surges up, maturing by midsummer. When kernels are hard, cut the stalks, bundle them, and let them dry. Thresh by beating the bundles, then winnow to separate grain from chaff. Store the wheat berries in sealed containers. They'll last for years. Grind only what you need for fresh, nutritious flour. Even a small plot can yield enough for homemade bread. This is independence, turning a patch of soil into real sustenance. Wheat is more than a crop. It's a foundation for lasting food security. With a little effort, you can grow your own staple grain. That's true self-reliance. Instead of growing endless watery greens, try hot peppers. Thin-walled varieties like cayenne or Tabasco are easy to grow, even in containers or hydroponics. Their natural heat comes from capsaicin, a powerful preservative. Simply string ripe peppers and hang them to dry, no electricity needed. Dried peppers last for years, adding flavor, nutrition, and even antimicrobial benefits to your meals. A jar of homemade chili powder can transform basic staples into delicious dishes. Grow peppers, and you add both spice and resilience to your pantry. Some of the best preservatives come straight from nature: honey, vinegar, and salt. Honey never spoils. Archaeologists have found edible honey thousands of years old. It's a natural sweetener and a powerful preservative for fruits and jams. Apple cider vinegar, made from surplus apples, preserves vegetables and adds flavor. Pickling with vinegar keeps your harvest shelf-stable without refrigeration. Salt is the oldest preservative, draws out moisture, stops spoilage, and preserves herbs, meats, and more. Layer fresh herbs with salt for long-lasting, flavorful seasoning. These three ingredients turn a fleeting harvest into a permanent pantry. They're simple, effective, and require no modern technology. Use them, and your food will last as long as you need. Our food system is convenient, but fragile. Empty shelves can happen fast if supply chains break. Resilient gardening isn't pessimism, it's empowerment. Every row of dent corn or dry beans is a step toward real security. Start small. Dedicate a bed to beans, try a patch of wheat, or make your own vinegar. These are ancient skills, easy to reclaim. Grow for today's joy, but also for tomorrow's needs. See your garden as a food ark, not just a salad bar. Cultivate resilience, peace of mind, and a deeper connection to the land. The time to start is now. Plant for the future, your future. Build a garden you can count on, no matter what comes.